Hey everybody, time for a little city painting here. Back to your old pal Neo here. We're going to build out a canal area. Now, not in this spot here, rather it's going to be in this area. This was a industrial area of town. It served its purpose. I've now moved a lot of the industry down that way towards the docks. And this spot here has been cleaned up, the pollution's gone. It's ready for redevelopment. What you can do with any old part of town you want is find an area that looks like it shouldn't be doing what it's doing now and make it do something else, clear it out, and start redecorating. That's an important part of every city's life, the redecoration. I'm basing this area here on the London Docklands, which were a massive industrial area throughout most of London's history until about 1970 when they shut down. But the area got revitalized with some redevelopment projects that now see affordable housing in the area. It's high-rise housing. It has got a lot of shops in there. It's got great public transportation. I was there recently and really was impressed with the way that they had an interplay of the modern buildings with waterways. So we're adding canals. We're going to do some fun stuff here using these mods now. What you're going to want to have, let's open up our landscaping and disasters, but we're not going to put any disasters in. Go to water structures, scroll on down, and we want the Dutch Canal, and also I want the brick quay because it matches the other Dutch Canal assets. We're also going to be using the Dutch Canal roads, and we're going to have a fun time with them. All right, first things first though, before I put these down, I almost made a huge mistake. I want to pause my game, because anytime you're landscaping or working with water, you want this thing on pause. I do have anarchy enabled. I don't necessarily want the start of the road to go under, or rather the start of the canal to go underneath the road. But then again, I kind of do. We'll move it later. Let's pull it down this way and get it lined up just, well, let's have this one go all the way, in fact, into the water. All right, I want it right up next to that road. Looks like I lined it up just right, but now I want to fix a few things. First of all, that opening there needs to come down a little bit. So let's turn off the landscaping and let's turn on the Move It tool. I'm going to pull it down, pull it down, pull it down until it's just right there. I don't want it to conflict with the road. See, if I have it out like that, the road sticks into it. But right here, it's just off to the edge. All right, deselect it. And now we go down here and we notice we've got some issues with the canal declining and the road staying at the same level. And that gives some weird effects. Let's fix that area. Easiest way to fix it would be to click on this and then find another node nearby like that one. Hit Control H and then click on the node I want to set the same height as. And now this canal is brought up to the same level as the road. Clear it so when I scroll over I don't mess things up. Find the next node. Here it is. Control H, and we're going to go with, this is the nearest node, and that brings up the land. All right, coming across, looks good. Oop, got another problem here. Control H, and we'll go for this corner node, and now it is brought up all nice and new. Looks good. This part here is the canal entrance. I'm okay with it dropping down the way it does. It's going to let that water in. Now that we've got everything lined up, right, let's go back out of that and into our landscaping tools. Back to the canal. We're going to take that modified start location. And this one is going to go up to here. And then it's going to make a turn. I want it right there. How's that looking? Well, that's looking all right. That's good. That's good. Okay. Take this one, and now we're going to drag it out this far. How's that looking? Okay. It's a little bit messed up with the road there. Let's drop out of this, get on that, and pull it over so slightly. Pull this over ever so slightly, and that'll be good. Now, as we make these changes, there is a risk that it causes graphic corruption in the city. And if you ever look up from it and your city's flickering and flashing a whole lot, just save it and reload it and it'll be fine. It's just a thing. Okay. Well, we're not having that issue right now. So we can take this. It looks like it's about to form an issue with the road, but we might be able to get away with it here. Let's load up that canal. Coming on across. And going all the way to the end. Here we go. Right out to the water. Okay. And, ooh, it's a bit tight there. Okay, we got to fix this up now. So let's do that. Let's go back to our nodes. Now, this one here looks like it will benefit from a little elevation. But do I necessarily want it as the same height as the other? I don't know. Let's try it first that way. Control H and bring it up there. Ooh, that's a weird bump. Let's not do that. Let's take this other one and just lift it, and then we'll make a slope coming up here in just a second here. Lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it up. That's good enough there. Now we'll select that one, and that one. And now that they're all in a line, we'll go over here and do slope objects. So that'll take that one down. It's no longer a bump in the road or bump in the canal. It's level with the others. All right, now we come down here. Again, we've got this one that looks like it could come up. Rather than using the evening up tool, we'll just hit page up and bring it up that way. Now we have a little bit of a grassy embankment there. I think that's fine. And then this one also needs to come up so we don't have that problem. Okay, so now we've got it lined up with the road pretty okay. It could be better. I could probably get away with a key along this side or something of that sort. But because this is brought up enough, it's now not exiting into the water the way a good canal should. So let's turn off the Move It mod. And instead, let's put a little bit of canal out here. And now, now, looking at that, yes, it drops down. It allows the water in. It looks like this is something that'll make sense. Well, that's gorgeous there. I like that look. And you may be thinking, well, that's not gorgeous, but, well, you may not see it what I see. True, there's no water yet. We could get that to fill up. Well, the other part that goes with the canal is the road that goes by the canal. Now, either I'm going to have a road that follows it almost exactly with the development just behind the road, or I'll have a road within 4 squares of it that'll follow along, and then things will back up into the canal, with the canal acting as a key. I'm going to start with the road running along the side of the canal, because I want to be able to have exits from the streets here in the city coming directly into that road. So with that in mind, let's go to our roads, and it's a 2-lane road all the way here at the bottom. I'm going with a Dutch Canal 2-way road, and when I want to connect it to the streets across the canal, I'll use the Dutch Canal Bridge. We also have 1-way roads and things like that, but I want the 2-way road because I'm from Texas and we do things with 2-way roads. Oh, it's not letting me get right on top of it. So what I do here is I turn off the snapping, all of it. And I want this road to just go along the edge as far as I can take it. Like that. All right, now we look back at it here. And that's a good level there. Could I move this road on top or just right next to that? Let's see. Let's see if we can. Let's go to our Move It tool. Here we are. And move it. Okay, great. And move it. Let's see how that looks first before we commit. Ah, I like how it lines up there. I don't necessarily want it going over the lip. I want it there to be a step down. So in case somebody parks a boat here, they can walk into that. But this area could come over some more, so let's do that. Click on that and bring it in. Unselect, and it is nice and snug. This does have a little overlap. I'll be okay with that there. All right, back to the other roads. We'll go over here and stretch it all this way. Let's get it just a little bit on there. I think that'll help us out in the long run. And we'll stop it right there. Okay. So we're going to go back to this tool. And if you're thinking this is going to be a lot of tweaking and editing, absolutely. Absolutely. It is a labor of love putting in your canals. Because you want everything to line up just so. And not have any weird graphic oddities like we just got there. So he's going to have to come out a little bit further. There we go. That overlaps nicely. And this road looks like it is dipping down below the level of the canal. Can't have that. This has got to come up. And it looks like it's about level with the canal. So now this one comes up to where it's level. Looks good there. Let's scoot it over. Get right up on the edge. Look at the line on that. It's a little bit low on this side, but I kind of like that look there. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Come on over here. Got those odd effects, and those all get fixed when we scoot it up next to the side. And again, we have that embankment show. I might just want to lower it here so we get a little bit more of that embankment. I kind of like that look. There we are. That was a bit low over here, though. Let's bring that up. There we go. That looks about right. You feel okay to eyeball these things. It's fine. And then it gets up level with here, and that's fine. We're going to have a bridge connecting in this area. So we've got our road running alongside that canal. We'll also get it to join up over here and run it down there. Let's go ahead and put those bridges in. What do you say? And we're going to start down at the base. We're going to have it come from here across over here. Don't worry about that getting lit up. We can fix things. All right, that's one issue with the road going there. We get that weird artifact, so we're going to have to bring it up just enough. And we can still have the quayside extend above the level. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It's a fun effect there. Okay, over here. Do I necessarily want a bridge extending from a busy four-way intersection, or would I prefer that it come only from here? Well, let's try from here first. What do you say there? Turn off the move it, and let's add the bridge there. Okay. Oh, that one came out beautifully. No colliding that I can see. Pieces make sense with each other. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. Okay, so that's two bridges there. We can have some others that will service the other area there. This will help keep traffic away from the main intersection. And now I'm going to let the water come on in. Let's put it on speed 3. See what happens. All right, we've got our canal in. Things are looking pretty good. Got our roads in, got all our bridges. It's time to now do some additional road building that we might be able to zone well here. What I'm going to go for is, so I have 4 units from the first road, and I want 4 units for the second road. That way I can get some pretty nice sized assets in here, like parks or other amenities. Make it look really fun. And then I'm going to have another canal go on the other side of the road. All right, I don't want it to overlap, so I can build up to here. I know I said I don't want it to overlap, and then over here, it is going to kind of overlap just a skosh. And we're going to hit it right about there. Just get a little margin for error. I have to decide if I'm going to keep that little nubbin or delete it. I think I'm going to keep it. I could put maybe a subway station here. It'd have to be a really deep one going underneath all that water, but I could do that. And we've got some sloping issues here. I want to bring this road up. As I can see right here, it's getting flooded. So once again, we're going to get our old pal, the Move It tool. And this time, I'm going to take every last one of these. And we're going to Control H, bring them up to this level here. Okay, that sticks out so. This means I can put a road from point A to point B, lift it up, and this is where we want to bring in our quayside. We're going to put in this brick wall. So we'll start here. I want it to go close up to things. We are definitely going to move this later on, but I just want to put it in to start things off here. Whoa. Unintended consequences. We are going to take our tool, we're going to grab that end, we're going to bring this up. And that is the level I want it at. Select the other nodes. There we are. Shift for that one. Control H and bring them up to that level. Poomp. There we go. A nice brick key. What do I do with this? Do I keep it where it is or do I shove it underneath the street? My choice. My choice. And I choose to get a little experimental with this. Let's shove it underneath the... Whoa! This is where it could lead to flickering later on. Let's move it over here. And let's put this one right under there. This one can go down about 1, 2... and go under there. And as for this fella, why not park it under there for right now. This way I've got a nice step off of the road onto the quay. Good aesthetics on that. And we've got 8 deep on this area, so I could take something if I get my Find It tool, and we just got everything here. I'll just type in X8. So these are all the items that are 8 deep. I can put in a cemetery, yard there, that school there. I could put in a football stadium, or is that the Opera House? I don't know. Oh, that is the stadium. Put in the arch. Put in the, Mr. High Interest Tower. Now that makes this area a dominating signature commercial part of the city. I think I'm going to like that. Let's focus in on our unique buildings. We've got the stock exchange could go there. These are from the banking and overfinance stuff. Ooh, here's the Korean one. Oh, well, that's a nice box there. This one, yeah, we could fit some nice pieces in there. You got to make sure, though, that you watch out for things that are, I said X8. Well, this is not 16 by 8. This is more like 8 by 16, or it's a lot. It's a big piece there. But I could put in a Ritz-Carlton. I could put in this beautiful Bridgestone building. I've got lots of choices here. Ooh. Say. Sweetness. I've got a lot of choices. And I can have them be less than 8 wide. I'm not tied to it. But it allows me to put in some really cool stuff. Or maybe get some 4x4 buildings and put 4x4 parks in there. What I need to do now is put in the rest of the secondary roads, such as they are. Then I'm going to come back and lay in some more canals. Let's see what that looks like. So, hey, yeah, I finished, and this is pretty much the screenshot I used for the video. So, yeah, kind of nice to actually see it in the game. All right, what did I do? Well, put in all the buildings and stuff. On this end, like I said I would do, I put in a lot of smaller parks and eateries, and there's a lot of foot traffic. I picked the pine tree as the signature tree for the area. all through this little island, it's got pine trees. We got other like hornbeam trees over here, but pine trees on this side. So that helps to identify the neighborhood. And you're looking at the traffic here. Yeah, we got a police car, and yeah, we got a couple other service vehicles. Every now and then a personal one shows up, but I did use Traffic Manager to get rid of personal cars on these roads. That helped deal with traffic very nicely. We still have some pocket cars spawning going on, but I'll let that slide. And I wanted to make sure that we had things that were stacked tall, because that's how you make good use of this limited land. It's high ticket items here. We want to have big buildings, tall buildings, but not too tall. For example, there are some buildings that were like, whoa, way up here, and that's just, no, that's too much. We've got tall buildings here. If I'm going to have really tall buildings, they're going to go deeper into the downtown, maybe up on the hill. But for this island, don't have them too tall, because remember also, for every really tall building you have here, you've got to sink concrete pillars deep enough to support that building. So a medium-sized building has a medium-sized support deck. A really tall building, you've got to dig really deep to get those support pillars in there so it doesn't sink down into this, loose substratum, we'll call it. I just like this particular square here. People come out of the metro. They've got this wonderful pedestrian area to walk in, even though technically it's not a pedestrian area. It's functioning that way because again, I cut out all the cars. Beautiful view here. Everybody's checking out the park. This is one of the plazas from one of the packs. I think of the pedestrians one, the pedestrians and plazas. Yeah. And move it is very important here to get these things in just right, because with the odd shaped roads at an angle, getting things to come in together is not easy, but move it is fantastic for getting all that together. All right, and now we've got, oh, and look at how beautiful the water. Wait, where'd the water go? Uh-oh. Well, this water's receding. And this water is just kind of hanging out here. What about on the other side? Oop, got to go this way. What about this canal? This one looks like it actually makes it all the way around, but it's still kind of shallow here. All right, let's pause and let's put in a very, very small water source. Now, when it says water capacity 1, that's how big it is. We don't want that. We want very, very small. Well, there it is, 0.01. Now, it'll look big on the map, but if you get it placed just right, it'll work fine. And I'm not going to leave it that high and unpause it. We want it to go down, down. Oh, come on, go down. Go down. Uh-oh, it don't go down. Oh, that's a problem. Get rid of it then. How are we going to do this? If it can't go lower than that, how do we get water in there? Maybe we put the water here. Let's try that. Can we get it there? Oh ho, we can. It may look unusual, but we can get it there. We just have to make sure, I'm looking right around here to make sure we don't get any water coming up on that. Okay, so we've got the water there. We'll hope that works. And then we've got the water here. And let's see if this works here. This is an experiment. You and I are going to do this together. I'm not going to say, all right, I built this out beforehand. We're going to build this out. Well, that's too much. All right, right about there. Again, I'm looking right at that. There's a little bit of water that gets up in there, but I'm thinking this one will soak it in. Let's see how that goes. All right, water. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, I'm not seeing any odd water exploding up. That's good news. It's not like the water is suddenly higher there, or perceptibly so. And let's see if it pushes more water out into the area there. Well, it looks like this one definitely filled out. That's good to know. But we're not getting a lot here. I'm going to push it on this one. This is one where I think I can make it come up a little higher because it'll soak up over here. Let's try that. Ooh, don't make it too big. Oh, I should have hit pause, right? Oh, I'm living dangerous here. Adjusting water levels while on speed 3. Ah! Well, it's pushing out. It's pushing. Okay, we're getting good coverage on that. It may not be as deep as it is in the other places, but at least it's going across. I like that. All right, we got that one fixed up to some degree. Now for the other one. How are we going to get it all the way over there? Answer, probably by pushing it from here. We definitely have flow in this canal. It's not a dry one. And that's exactly what I want. I want a good looking flow. It's just nice for the aesthetics. If we remember what it looked like, basically flat nothing, we've got it good. We still have a good river channel here. Might want to do some work to carve it out here. It looks like it's silted up some from the terrain leveling over there. But from a distance, we've got a nice flow there. We could add some more over here, build some here, maybe come all the way out here. This is an ongoing project to improve this riverfront area. I could even have the canals go underneath this bridge. And I'm sure all the people stuck on it would be very happy to have something scenic there. I need to use Traffic Manager to improve stuff going on here. That's a lot of backed up traffic, but oh well. We'll work on that. It's a work in progress. This is a city that's growing and there's a lot of things to fix, but I was glad to be able to put together a wonderful little canal side inspired by the Docklands of the greater London area. I just love this look. The trees, the buildings, the people, the parks, it's all coming together nicely. I hope you've enjoyed it too, and I hope this inspires you to try something new in your city. So until next time, happy city painting. Bye-bye.